Hello. Welcome. Soul family, returning soul family, new soul family, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, we are here. We are here. We are doing it. All right. We're doing it. We're showing up. We woke up today. We got dressed today. Good job, everybody. Good job. I don't think we say that enough, so good job. Because yeah, I know we've been tired. If you are, whether you're tapped into your spiritual body or not, it's there, right? There are what I like to call the four bodies. Just like the four elements, right? We have all the elements. We have the spiritual, which is our fire element, right? Spirit body. We have the mental, which is air. We have the emotional, which is water. We have earth, which is the physical, right? And that's why the earth, when you put your bare feet on the ground, the earth has great impact, right? It recalibrates our magnetic frequencies and recalibrates us to the earth's soil. If you ever fly and you got jet lag, take your shoes off, plant your feet on the ground, and you will resonate. You will come into resonance with the time zone that you're standing in. It's really cool. Anyways, I want to talk about the fact that, like, the human race, and I know I'm speaking for the collective when I say this, because when I ask myself, like, is this mine? The response is no, it's ours. And I recognize, like, in myself, I have so much resistance to being tired. I woke up kind of feeling under the weather. I definitely have it's a minor head cold. Yesterday I was like hacking, and I can feel like so deeply everything in me is being called to rest. Everything. Even if, like, I wanted to go to work today, I do cleaning on the side. One, because I love it. It's my humble service. I love it so much. And it floats my boat consistent. It's my consistent financial needs being met through that humble service. And so it's actually really great. I love it very much, and I'm super grateful for it. But my wrist, my right wrist, I'm right-handed, has been obviously swollen because these bracelets weren't tight. They weren't as tight as they are now. And it hurts. Like, it really hurts to do anything with it. And so what I've been studying and specializing and you could say, like, researching and exploring in my own being for a very long time is listening to our body's communication, right? And so if I wake up like I did yesterday, where I was like coughing and have a headache, and all of these are just like life putting the bumpers on. When you go bowling and you put the bumpers on, that's what this is being communicated. That's what's being communicated to me right now, is like life has the bumpers on. Is like, whoa, Nelly, let's slow down. Excuse me. Let's like take some time to recalibrate and come correct. Come correct is like I don't know who's communicating to me right now, but that's what they keep saying to me. Like, maybe it's it feels like an African ancestor, or like that's like, honey, you need to come correct inside yourself. Once you come correct inside yourself, everything outside of you will come correct. And it's kind of like that's what's being communicated, in whatever picture or how I identify that voice is just through my own, desire. I have always felt really connected to Indigenous and like Black culture in a way. I'm not sure why. I'm not going to speak on it because I don't feel like it's necessary, but I just have always resonated on a spiritual level and an emotional level with the culture in a way. And that being said, like obviously I didn't really grow up, or maybe I did and I don't know. Like I did grow up in the whatever. Anyways, continuing on, because people are sensitive these days, and I'm gonna be gentle with like all involved while I itch my armpit. Yeah, I feel like we are pretty resistant as human beings to be tired, right? I've been seeing life like put all these, sorry guys, I got razor burn in an armpit. It's fucking rude. Rude. I'm sweating. When I start talking about stuff that is like energetically charged, I start to sweat. I notice that. I notice a lot of things that I talk about are energetically charged. And I feel like it's just because I'm like the channel, right? I'm just like the vessel for the river to run through. And when that river gets a flowing, it's just wet. Ugh. Anyways, so energy is moving. I feel like I need to just like move it in my body, right? Oh, definitely going through a little bit of a purge, but I'm noticing all this resistance in me. I'm like so resistant to, I don't know what this is that I'm doing, but it feels like it's like moving whatever energy in there. Maybe that's where I hold resistance, right? In my chest. Yeah, in my heart space. That's interesting. And so it's fun, like, when I talk about this stuff with me and I talk about it with you guys and, like, I share openly about what's going on, then I become more aware of, like, I'm aware of me talking to you, but I'm also aware of you watching me. And so I have more self-awareness when I make my videos because I'm, like, witnessing at the same time that I'm feeling through what I'm talking about, right? And so like noticing like all of these little things that I'm doing is like a self-soothing, right? When I feel like denser energies or like a little like right now there's like an anxious anxiety, and however my is kind of how it's like being communicated and expressed out of my body, right? That's why it's okay. It's okay for us to do things like this because we're always like, everything's energy and we're always clearing it somehow. And yeah, I feel like that's a big part of why we don't self-soothe appropriately, right? We pick up a drink or we go for a smoke or we, for me it's cannabis or movies. I just try and like, my avoidance kicks in, and but like if we let ourselves be funny and weird like kids do, like they do stuff like this, and it's because they don't like judge themselves to stop the removing of energy, or like they just let themselves be, right? And they have no resistance to that's so funny because I'm channeling some messages for me, and maybe it's also collective, so I'll share. But like right in the middle of the paper, there's a doodle. It says resist nothing. And so that's kind of also like a part of what we're talking about, because yeah, there's so much energy around this subject that I'm trying to bring into this space. It feels really heavy, like there's resistance alone for me to make a video about it, because there's so much resistance in the collective. There's so much resistance in my body and in my lineage, I want to say. Like I know this is maybe cultural and yeah, like it goes down the line into like ancestral stuff too. And so I'm just sitting here with it, and it feels necessary, right? It feels necessary to sit with this discomfort, which is why this is why I'm here. Because what you're witnessing is me sitting with this pure discomfort. And I promise I'm not going to go on too much longer about this, but if there is something of benefit and of value here for you, if you haven't yet received it. Yeah, and there's a lot of energy around this topic. So whatever or whoever I'm talking to directly right now, like if you were receptive enough to receive and find this video, that means that you're receptive enough. Like if you're this far in to receive this message, because it's kind of like it feels daunting is the word. And like, yeah, trigger warning, I feel like is appropriate to say. Yeah, like if you're here with me, take a deep breath and just like check in. I'm mainly doing this for me right now because I really, really need it in this moment. And if you're here and you're feeling this energy, let's just check in. And this little like sacred pause is really allowing my energies to ground down because the water was starting to boil for a second and now it's like coming down to a simmer, which feels really good. And it feels like I'm almost just acknowledging the discomfort without trying to do something about it, like all of these things I was trying to do to like feel comfortable. And by allowing myself to sit with the discomfort and just like checking in, being like, oh, okay, like I'm actually okay. I was getting anxiety the more I started to talk about it, but now I'm okay. And really what I was getting to is that we have this collective exhaustion that we're all running from. And we are all very resistant to just allow ourselves to really be slow and tired and sick or purging or, you know, whatever that is for you. Like I'm ill. I've been feeling, I'm feeling ill. I'm feeling under the weather. And I still see my brain searching for ways to be productive, to get things done. I'm like, oh, I could do some laundry while I'm home and, and then I'm like, oh, brainstorming business ideas, messaging clients. I'm like, yeah, I'm sick, but I could still do this. And it's like, yes. And also you're putting energy where that energy is being called into another area. But because we don't trust putting energy into restoration, we're like trying to paddle a boat with holes in the paddle instead of like taking the time to fix the holes in the paddle, right? That would be restoration, taking the nap, taking it easy, letting yourself just like really relax and seeing where that relaxed flow takes you. And it's really about just like allowing yourself to be as you are, where you are, whether that's like broke, uncomfortable, sick, scared, unsure, right? It's about becoming resistantless, just tired, right? I am so tired. And when I say that, what a relief. So that's the message of the day, is like, let yourself be where you are. If you're tired, let yourself be tired because you're probably exhausted for your entire family that hasn't let themselves be exhausted for bloodlines and bloodlines and bloodlines. That's it. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.